Hey everybody, welcome back. So I've had a lot of comments recently asking me who I'm currently funded with, what my plans are, or what other challenges I'm doing at the moment. So I thought I'd just cover those in this video. Now, last year I was trying to do many different challenge accounts at the same time, as well as having a funded account, and it wasn't working at all. I just couldn't focus on any one of them, and they were all failing. So I've tried not to go too aggressive this time round and focus on a smaller number of accounts. But again, at the same time, there have been some significant improvements, one in my trading and my discipline. Also the fact I've now got some copy trader programs up and running, and I've also changed over from running on a Mac to running on a PC. Now that probably doesn't sound like a massive improvement, but for me I'm more comfortable using a PC. I can run MetaTrader in its native program as opposed to rather having to run through a virtual server. I'm able to run different programs on different screens and have more accounts running and be able to copy between them a lot easier. So my main focus this year is to get additional funded accounts with several prop firms. Now if I take the main one to start with, which is FTMO, I currently have one funded account with them, that's £140,000, and I'm doing another challenge at the moment for the same amount. Now that's the maximum account you can hold with FTMO. It's equivalent to $400,000. Obviously I trade it in pounds because it's my native currency. And the plan is to get the 2 funded accounts and then scale those back up to get, one is a better profit share, get 90%, as well as 25% extra equity on the accounts. Now I think it's going to take quite a while based on when I did this last year. It took me 3 attempts to get through the challenge phase, and if I'm looking at the same kind of timescales this time around, although I'm on the challenge at the moment, I've got 10 extra days, so I should be able to get through the challenge phase a bit easier and into verification. That's still going to take 2 to 3 months from start to finish. And then based on that, as a funded trader, you've then got another 4 months to get scaled up on that account. So we're probably looking towards the middle of the year, towards the end of the summer, when I'm actually fully funded with FTMO. I also have a challenge account going with my Forex funds. That hasn't been going very well of late, but again, I've always made sure that I've got to the end of the month period, been in profit, and not broken any of the violations of the drawdown rules or max drawdown. And I'm going to continue with that one. Now I've got the copy trader program, I'm able to replicate from my FTMO account onto my Forex funds. So theoretically, that should be a bit easier to actually manage that, as well as get over to the 8% target I'm looking at the moment. Now, I haven't started this month on the new account, but when I do, I will try and be very focused and disciplined. If I can get up to that 5 or 6% before the end of the month, that allows me potentially to do an extension with them to get to that 8% target. Now I would like to get more accounts with them to get more funding, amalgamate those accounts into one big super account. But again, I'm not looking to do that right now, and any additional challenges and accounts I want to take on in the future all have to come out of my trading profits with my existing funded account. So let's say I want to do another 2 or 3 my Forex funds accounts, that's going to be in excess of $1,000. I need to make sure I've actually got that profit from my other trading accounts and also have that surplus. What I mean by that is I've got a saving target or a growth plan for this particular year, and I want to achieve that. So if I'm actually on track or behind, I then cannot go and take additional funds from my trading capital to buy additional challenges. I need to make sure I stay on track with all of these things. Yeah, and finally got the Corp Equity Capital account, the direct funding, which is a $50,000 account I'm working with them at the moment, and I'm only trying to take very small percentage gains on a monthly basis. I'm not trying to really radically get huge gains. I'm just trying to take a small payout every 2 weeks, convert it into cryptocurrency, and just build that account from there. I would like to at some point go with other accounts with them, try the challenge models, but also look at other prop firms out in the industry right now. So E8 funding, Ment funding, there's lots that have really come along and offered lots of differences to how we perceive prop firms currently. And definitely, as I take the profits from all the other challenges and funded accounts, move them into really exploring and expanding out. So hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be at least $500,000 of funded accounts, maybe more, and obviously start building from there and really try and expand on building up additional portfolios, whether it be taking profits from there, building out into other broker accounts and hopefully try and transition away from potentially prop firms in a couple of years. So reducing the risk of having all my eggs in one basket effectively, and being able to be at the mercy of a prop firm cancelling an account, or at worst case going bust. So I hope that's given you insight into what I'm doing with the prop firms this year and building on the success I've had in 2021 and really moving forward to have a fantastic year and really get us that financial freedom. See you again next video. Cheers.